Yes, good afternoon, children. In continuation with chapter 12, electricity, today we will study about specific resistance or the electrically resistivity. In the topic resistance, we have studied about that factors on which the resistance depends, on the basis of which we derived this expression that R is equal to rho into L upon A, where rho is the specific resistance or electrical resistivity, right? Now, if I want to know the mathematical expression of rho, what will be this? Obviously, I will take all these things towards the R side, and then I will get this expression, that is rho is equal to R into A upon L, right? So, where rho is the constant of proportionality and is called electrical resistivity or specific resistance. Now, how to find out the SI unit of this specific resistance? We know that rho is equal to R into A upon L. And I always tell you that put the basic parameters, basic units for this formula. So what is the unit for resistance? What is the unit for resistance?
Ohm.
Ohm. What is the unit for area?
Meter.
Meter square, beta. Meter square. Length into length. Right? Meter square. So R as a unit is ohm. Area as a unit is meter square. And length as a unit is meter. So putting all these basic units of these three units, we will calculate the value of SI unit for rho. So when we cancel this, we find that after cancellation, we will get only rho into m. So we have there rho into m. So in physics, this hyphen sign does not mean that it is minus sign. This hyphen sign means there is a multiplication between the two units. Is it clear? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Right. Now, what is rho? We need to define also. It is the characteristic property of material such that resistance offered by the material is when its length is taken as 1 meter and area of cross section is 1 meter square, and the condition is that temperature should be room temperature, that is 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. Or we can also define it as the resistance offered by a cube of material. Wire we are imagining as a cube of material of side 1 meter when current flows perpendicular to its opposite faces. So specific resistance is the resistance in specific condition. When length we have kept, how much length we have kept? How much
1
length we
meter.
have kept? 1 meter. And what is the area we have kept? Meter square.
Meters.
Right? Then whatever is the material is offering the resistance, that resistance will be known as its specific resistance. That's why the name have been given specific resistance. Resistance offered by a material at particular conditions, right, is known as specific resistance. Now we will see the specific resistance of many other materials. So children, if we see this table 12.2 in our NCR, as per our NCRT, we see that conductors have specific resistance or electrical resistivity of, you can see 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 8 to manganese is the last one, which is a good conductor, 1.84 into 10 to the power minus 6 ohm meter, right? But if you see the alloys have little bit higher resistance. It is from 10 to the power minus 6 to 10 to the power minus 8. Why do you think that alloys have higher resistance?
And because they are not good conductor.
No, they are good conductors, beta, but they are the mixture of many metals. So the average resistance offered by them will be different from their original metal. So little bit increase in their resistance is found. For example, if you see constant N, it is an alloy of copper and nickel, right? So copper, nickel, manganese, whatever is their resistance, includingly, this will be the 49 into 10 to the power minus 6. If we see individually, alloy of individual specific resistance of copper and nickel, they are little bit lower. You can see here nickel is 6.84 and copper you can see 1.62. But when they have been made by adding the ratio in the form of constant and alloy, the resistance have little bit increased. So this was the only purpose that alloys were made, so that we can use at certain area where heat is more generated. For example, heating devices, geyser, toaster, and many more devices we use which have the heating effects. So when the copper wire is only used in heating devices, there are chances that they may catch fire, they may catch burn, they may burn. So that's why we prefer to use alloys. This is your give reason as well, right? If we see insulators, glass, rubber, ebonite, diamond, paper, dry paper, they have the resistance very, very high in positive power. All of you know mathematically also we say that minus power is lower value and positive bias are always higher values. Is it clear? So from
Yes,
this we have seen, we can easily come to know which is the best conductor and which is the poor conductor. So which is the best conductor of electricity?
ma'am. Silver.
Lower is the resistance or resistivity, best is the conductor, that is silver. And which is the poorest conductor? That is dry paper.
Triangle.
Dry paper, right?
Diamond. Paper.
Clear? Any doubt? Now there are certain properties of resistivity, that resistivity does not change with change in length or area of cross section, but it changes with change in temperature. Why resistivity does not change with change in length or area of cross section? Think, what is the formula? What we said in the definition, that length will be kept fixed, that is 1 meter, right? And area also we have fixed. What is that? 1 meter square.
Meter
So that
square.
is the fixed value. So how would it will be affected? It will not be affected. Agree? Temperature will affect the change in resistance as well as change in temperature. In last topic we have discussed, temperature should remain room temperature. If the lower is the temperature, then also the Ohm's law will not be obeyed. If higher is the temperature, then also Ohm's law will not be obeyed, right? Now, what is the resistivity of metals and alloys? As we have seen in just now in the table, that is 10 to the power minus 8 to 10 to the power minus 6 ohm meter. The range of resistivity of insulators we have seen is positive 10 to the power 12 to 10 to the power 17 ohm meter. Resistivity of alloy is generally higher than its constituent metals. That also we have discussed the example of constant, right? Now give regions. There are certain give regions. Alloys do not oxidize or burn readily at high temperature. Therefore, we use them in electrical heating devices. And copper and aluminum are used for electrical transmission lines because they have higher resistivity or low resistivity.
Low, low
Low
resistance.
resistivity. Thus, they are good conductor. If the lower is the resistivity, they are the good conductors. So they are used for electrical transmission lines. One more thing we will learn here is that tungsten is used almost exclusively for the filaments of the electric bulb. Why? Why it is used for filaments of electric bulbs?
Because
Because
it is a good conductor.
Yes. Tungsten have the property, children. Tungsten is a type of metal which glows at high temperature. When the current flows through it continuously, it glows at high temperature, right? So that is the property. And second property is that tungsten do not melt at very high temperature. It has melting point near about 3300 degrees Celsius. So that's why we prefer to use this type of the bulb. Earlier days we used to, now the days we are using LED bulb, no? But earlier we used this type of the bulbs which are having filament, and these filaments were made up of tungsten. Is it clear? Koi doubt beta?
No, ma'am.